Young JOC, the Streetz Morning TakeOver, Sue Solo and Shouter on the phone.
Yes.
We have attorney Gerald Griggs. What up?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Man, bless, man, bless. We're going to get right into it, attorney Gerald Griggs. What are your thoughts regarding the George Floyd murder?
My heart goes out to his family, the whole city of Minneapolis, and everybody that has compassion for black bodies. My heart is heavy. But this just underscores the need for comprehensive police reform on the national level because this continues to happen. I mean, this is not a one-off. We see it over and over again. We saw it in Louisville. Of course, we see it down in Brunswick, Georgia, and we see it in the city of Atlanta. So it's time for comprehensive police reform that needs to happen now.
The question is, how should these officers be charged? Because we've seen far too many times they're overcharged and the charges are too great to stick. So which charge of murder should they be charged with?
Be charged with malice murder. I mean, you sit on a man's neck for 9 minutes and watch him die. There's no more malicious intent than that. So I think they should be charged with capital offense, all four of them. I don't really see how a jury cannot see that video and not see malice murder. He wasn't resisting. He was handcuffed. The video before that shows that he was able to walk around and he wasn't resisting at that point. So the justification for that type of illegal chokehold is just not there. So I think malice murder should be the charge.
Ooh, I agree with that 100%. Good morning, Attorney Gerald A. Griggs. My name is Sue Solo. It's really nice talking to you this morning. I do want to ask you, to get to the heart of it, why do black people have to do so much for justice? Why do we have to riot, videotape, go viral? Why do we have to do all this for justice?
Because our politicians aren't listening to us, and that's the heart of the issue. Our people have to go above and beyond to have their voices heard. And Dr. King put it so succinctly that riot is the voice of the unheard. And what we're seeing now from Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, the President of the United States, all of the concerned black caucus is silence in this moment. When we have visited this time since 2012, we've seen this over and over and over again.
Yes.
But there's no comprehensive police reform. There was a committee convened in 2015 after Mike Brown that came up with 94 recommendations in the Obama 21st Century Policing Initiative. That is a solution, but it has not been codified and it has not been enacted fully in all police departments across the country, including the City of Atlanta Police Department. So I think what needs to happen now is politicians don't need to send us thoughts and prayers. They don't need to cry and have fake tears on TV. They need to enact legislation that stops this once and for all. And it starts with our mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms, who has 5 bodies on her hands.
What do you think about the riots that broke out in Minneapolis?
I think that, again, I don't condone lawlessness, but I also understand why the people are so upset. You have a situation where they just had a murder. Remember Philando Castile? Remember the young white lady who was shot by the police officer? That happened in Minneapolis. So they've had case after case, and nothing has happened. And so you have this case where everybody sees it, and they're tired. And that's what I think elected officials need to understand. It's only going to go so much further until every single city responds that way. And again, at the NAACP, we don't condone that type of behavior, but we also understand that when you ignore a set of people for centuries who have been saying that this has been happening, this is the result you get. So what we need to do is do the same thing that Dr. King said. We need 3 things to happen. We need agitation, legislation, and litigation. It's time for legislation. It's time to enact the Obama 21st Century Police Initiative into codified law. That means make it policy and law. That way, if a police officer breaks that law, then they can be held accountable and there are no more excuses.
100%.
All right, thank you, Attorney Gerald Griggs, man. We definitely appreciate you for chiming in, man. You're always a good source for knowledge and the understanding of the law, man. We definitely appreciate you. Again, thank you for tuning in. Young Jock in the Streetz Morning TakeOver. Keep it right here where you got it.